Hello everyone and welcome to another reaction video. Today we are going to be watching My Student Spirit, You Shall Not Pass, Episode 1. Now this animation series isn't brand new. Here, let me double check real quick. Pretty sure it's a year or two old at this point. Oh, it's 3 years old at this point. But this is a continuous series. But then in my recommendations section, episode 5 popped up and I was super excited to watch it, but then I paused and I was like, actually, this would make for a great reaction series. Even though uploads are a little slow, as far as I can remember, this is actually a really good animation. I think the quality isn't quite up to par as like Has Been Hotel and stuff, but it came out around the same time. And this is one of those projects I think needs more attention, so that's why I'm going to react to it today. It is a bit of a shorter episode. The first episode is only 10 minutes long, and then I'm pretty sure from there it progressively gets longer. So today is just going to be a nice short video, just so you guys can get a feel for this, you know? Bring more attention to it. This series needs to continue. I really want to see the end of this series. Spoilers. What I can remember is there's like a ghost, and he was murdered. And then the rest of it I can't quite remember. So, without further ado, let's just hop straight into it.
Said I had an exceptional lifeline that crosses over the love line. I will live well into old age and die peacefully.
Well, that wasn't true, was it? She was a fraud, man. You can't go to these fortune teller people. 99% of them are frauds.
They say your whole life flashes in front of your eyes in moments like this. But all I could think was, did I turn the iron off?
Why is that your first thought? Even if you didn't have a family or a job or a loving life or anything like that, shouldn't your first thought be, am I going to die? Or am I going to survive this? Or is this going to hurt? What's going to happen next? Something like that. You're not even worried about yourself. You're worried about the iron at home. Some people, man, some people need to go to therapy. This guy is one of them. Although it's a little too late for therapy, I think.
Hey there, it's room's kind of occupied, so would be great if you packed your shit. Wait a
I don't think he can hear you, dude. I don't think he can hear you. Ghosts can't typically be seen by the average mortal. There's going to be some sort of event where they see each other, right? There has to be. Because I'm pretty sure this guy is also a main character.
second. Dimitri the Kebab? Studying for the exam? I thought
Dimitri the Kebab? Is that his last name? Is his last name Kebab? One second.
Wait a second. Dimitri the Kebab?
Dimitri the Kebab! Is that actually a real last name, Kebab? Sorry, my guy, you got named after the most disappointing food in history. You think that a kebab would be good, right? But then in reality, you just have to eat everything individually. And because you have to eat everything individually, it doesn't taste good. It just doesn't. If you want to have the taste of a kebab, just rip apart your sandwich and eat one thing at a time instead of eating it all at once. Suddenly, kebabs don't sound that great, do they? Unless the kebab is all meat, like chicken, pork, beef, maybe some elk and deer or something like that, throw it all on there, then the kebab is perfect, right? But if it's like 90% onions and peppers, it's like, what's even the point? You have to eat those things with other things. Sorry, I went on a tangent there. I'm not a fan of kebabs, okay?
Dimitri the Kebab? Studying for the exam? I thought you've already been expelled. Oh, so you're susceptible. That'll be easy then.
Wait, so he knows him somehow. So he must have died within, like, this year in order to know the other guy. Right? Otherwise, they would have zero connection to each other. He must be, like, a senior and he's a freshman or something like that. Or, well, no, it wouldn't be freshman, but, like, sophomore or something like that. In order for them to know each other. Assuming that he died not recently. He could have died yesterday. I don't know.
Let's start with the basics.
Well, definitely not. If he's already doing the whole basics thing, he already knows how to haunt. Then surely he's been dead for much longer. And he's already come to terms with his death. Presumably a whole bunch of people have been coming in and out of this dorm room. So it must have been at least a year. What are you doing, my dude? Okay, the soda thing, I can pass that. Oh, the soda accidentally fell. Oops. But floating food in the fridge? How do you not question that? Really? Is this guy having a heart attack? I was gonna say, surely as a ghost you'd want a roommate, but I think this guy's having a heart attack. Is he having a heart attack? He just died because he drank too much energy drinks. What are the odds? I don't remember this guy being a ghost, but he was alive. I thought he was alive the whole time. I don't remember this part at all. I completely blanked this.
Not like this.
Actually, you can't interact with your own body. Believe me, I've tried.
What? What about you? What's your face?
Me? Me? Yeah, I think I know.
Are you an idiot?
What? Oh, right.
Are you checking a pulse? Did you just check a pulse on the dead body with his ghost right in front of you? He's not gonna have a pulse, my guy! What are you doing?
So this goes here, yeah, and, got it!
I can't show that.
Moron.
So,
I mean, this video is monetized, so therefore I should be allowed to show it, but he stabbed him with a pencil or a straw or something, but I can't show that.
God, I can't die. I have so much to live for.
But that's not how you do it. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, in order to help people who are maybe choking, and no, it's not choking, I think it's allergies. If you have allergies and your throat is closing up, I think I saw this on like The Walking Dead or something, or a similar apocalyptic show, where they were like in a bus, and there was a whole bunch of kids there, and the kid, I think, had a peanut allergy, and so his throat tightened up. So this guy, the teacher, put a hole through his throat and stuck straws down his throat in order to open up his throat. Now, do not do that, please, unless you're a medical professional who actually knows what the heck they're doing, because unless you know what you're doing, you're going to end up making things worse. But I just thought that was very interesting, because I'm pretty sure that is something you can actually do if someone is having like an allergy and their throat is seizing up. But do not do it, because you are probably just going to make things worse. So do not do that. Do not stab people. Do not open up their throats. Do not stick straws down their throats. Okay?
My own dead body.
Permission granted then?
Yes. Just please do some fucking thing already.
Okay, feels a bit weird, but...
Wait, what?
Even ghosts need consent, guys.
What the heck is this? Legs. It's been a while since
I do want to point out that the animation quality is not up to par with things like Has Been Hotel and stuff, but it's still a really good art style. Like, this scene looks really nice looking, even though the animation isn't quite the quality we're used to. They still are great at showing expression and putting movement everywhere and everything like that, even if it's not the perfect quality, crisp animation we all expect. This show still deserves more love, just so I can see the ending. I really want to see how this ends, because I watched it, right, 3 years ago when it first came out, and then there was basically nothing for like a whole year or 2 or something like that, and now I really just want to rewatch it. That's why I'm rewatching it with you guys today, because I really want to see what happens, because I just remember it being really good. That's all I remember. And so far, it has been really good. This is a fun concept. Maybe it's not, assassin devils or anything, or redeeming demons, or, getting stuck in a digital circus, but I think this deserves just as much love as all those other shows.
Used legs.
Oh. Well, that's convenient. Oh no, they're gonna think that he unalived himself and didn't have a heart attack. They're gonna think he tried to unalive himself.
Hello?
Not again. Someone else tried to unalive themselves? I think the other guy was murdered, right? I mean, technically he could have unalived himself, but in that first flashback scene we saw, that wasn't really the thought of someone trying to unalive themselves. That was more of the thought of someone who just woke up and was tossed out the window and was super absent-minded and could barely think. So not again as in, I guess someone died here. That has to be it. Not unalive, not murder, just Oh, someone's gonna die.
Oh, ma'am, dormitory number 12. A person is sick, they're not breathing, and don't have a pulse.
Sick! Sick! My guy, he is not sick. He has a pencil in his throat.
Hello, ma'am, dormitory number 12. A person is sick.
A person is sick. A person is sick. What do you qualify as sick? I guess they just didn't want to say it or something.
They're not breathing and don't have a pulse. And they also have a pen sticking out of them.
Okay, he did mention that. But why would you say sick? He's not sick. Bring up the pencil first, or the pen. The pen is the important part.
Neck. How many times? 3? Okay.
Seems hopeless. Okay, short briefing. Girl showers are open 24/7. Don't make.
What do you mean 3? Like 3 breaths? 3 rescue breaths? That doesn't make any sense. Like chest compressions, sure. But why would you only do 3 chest compressions? Did he mean like 3 1-minute intervals, 3 2-minute intervals or something like that? Or did he mean like, what does he mean by 3? 3 rescue breaths wouldn't even make any sense. You do chest compressions, you check their pulse. Chest compressions, pulse. The only time you do rescue breaths is if someone drowns or if you have some sort of mask to prevent you from actually touching their mouth. Because you should not actually do mouth to mouth unless, first of all, you actually know what you're doing. And second of all, you really shouldn't unless you have a mask or you're related to that person. Unless they're drowning, which I hear apparently when they're drowning, mouth to mouth is important to do. But even then, I'm pretty sure it's important just to do chest compressions. And if you can do chest compressions, that should be enough until a certified person comes.
Guys, one, though that might depend on your.
I don't know if that's how that works. I'm not a medical professional or anything by any means. I guess if someone has a heart attack, that means there's a blood clot somewhere near their heart. So I guess if you did chest compressions and push that blood clot out, that would revive them. So I guess that does make sense. Why am I criticizing this animation? It doesn't matter if it makes sense. This is entertainment. Stop questioning it. Don't question it.
As I was saying, I was fine on my own.
Get off me, weirdo.
Get off me, weirdo. That's the first thing you're going to say to the guy that saved your life? Really? That's your first reaction? This guy is a jerk. I can understand in a different situation, you're like, oh, get off me, weirdo. But in the situation where this guy just saved your life? Really? How much of a narcissist jerk do you have to be? Oh my goodness.
Now, I'll have to retake the exam.
Well, first of all, hi. Second of all, don't you care that you're talking to
Ghost
a...
of the nerdiest nerd in uni. Yeah, thanks, I asked around. The only thing I care about at the moment is passing these exams. And if you don't want to see me here for a couple more years, it's in your own damn interest to help me.
Okay,
Why is it his fault? He revived you. He possessed you. How is this anything to do with him? I guess maybe it's some time passed and he was somehow bothering him, but still, we don't have enough context, I guess.
an idea.
Yeah, as brilliant as last time.
There's a notebook under my bed. It has notes from every lecture over the years. You
So
can...
generous. You've just saved my
I don't like this guy. I remember when I watched this, I was like, oh, yay, opposites, nerd and bully, yay, love that. I can ship them, perfect. But now rewatching this, I'm like, wow, he's just a jerk. Why did I ever ship him with Mr. Ghost? Because yes, I did ship these two, but he's such a jerk. Mr. Ghost does not deserve this guy. Mr. Ghost has been fairly nice so far. I mean, he is not the perfect roommate, but he's been pretty darn nice and patient with you, considering you're such a jerk.
career. Wow, a notebook. Thanks.
Yeah, he needs a lot of redemption. This dude just gave him the answers to all of the exams, and this guy's like, ah, thanks. Like, my dude, I don't like this guy. Why did I like him ever? Why did I ever like that guy?
Thanks.
What a dick. If I wasn't stuck in this room, I'd tell him, you're a dick.
Oh, nice insult. Nice. I agree, though. He's totally right. He is totally right to want to say that to him. And honestly, he kind of should, right to his face. He really should. But I'm sure by the end of the episode, he's going to have, maybe not a redemption arc, but he's going to have something to make me like him a little bit.
What? No.
Oh,
no,
yes,
what
yes,
do you
yes.
wish for?
This is, okay, I remember this. He's, okay, I'll just show it. But I remember I really liked this idea.
I don't want to. Anywhere but hell. Wait a minute. This is.
The dude really thinks he's going to hell. Not heaven. He knows he's going to hell. Dude, he didn't even double think it. He wasn't like, oh, where am I going? Don't take me. Don't take me. He was like, no, don't take me to hell. This guy did something. He did something to upset someone to murder him, but also enough to warrant him to go to hell. Now I'm curious what it is. Did he, like, murder someone and then someone, like, revenge murdered him? Is that what's going on here? Because obviously, he doesn't think he's going to heaven. He thinks he's going to hell.
Is it hell? This is a street? I'm outside!
It's so weird hearing a song from another language when you're not expecting it to, you know? Like, when I'm watching an anime, I expect it to be, Japanese, because that's usually where they originate from, So I expect, even when it's English dub, I expect the music to still be Japanese. But for this, where it's like an American animation, for it to just break into Japanese, or I don't know, I don't think that's Japanese. It doesn't really sound like Japanese. It could be. It probably is. I'm probably misconstruing the language, but it's so weird for them to just go from English the entire show to just having a Japanese song, or whatever song this is, a different language.
Dude, that could have been you! I'm not gonna be able to save you for the third time.
What the hell? I asked you nicely not
It's
to
not
follow
like
me.
I wanted to. I was kinda drawn to you.
What?
Not like that. Physically.
That's probably why I shipped them. That's probably why, because there is tension between them. But I think it's because the creators started shipping them before they deserved getting shipped, if that makes sense. How do I phrase this correctly? The characters were meant to be shipped together, but they're not at the stage where they actually belong together. So I automatically shipped them because the creators shipped them, when they don't deserve to be shipped yet until there's actually some chemistry. There's no chemistry is what I'm trying to say. We need chemistry before we can actually start shipping them.
Dude,
What?
this is serious. I haven't been out of the door for so long. I thought I was tied to the roof.
2 words. Back off. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, he finally says thanks.
But for the record, I didn't ask you to save me.
What?
Shut
What?
up.
I hate people like this. I hate people like this. First of all, you're like, back up. Then you say thank you in the most backhanded way possible. And now you're telling this guy to shut up after he just saved your life? Can you just be like, oh, whatever, dude. Thanks for saving me. I guess you can walk with me to the classroom. Then maybe afterwards, could you leave? Like, you don't have to be so mean about it. Like, obviously, the ghost doesn't understand what's going on. And even if the ghost did understand, you could still be like, okay, fine. You just saved my life. How about some gratitude, my guy? Some gratitude would go a long way in this relationship.
Up. I don't want to shout at the air in front of all my classmates.
Classmates? Of course.
Like, sure, that's understandable. That's understandable that you don't want a ghost there. Obviously, you don't want to be talking to him or interacting with him. But first of all, you're not in the classroom yet, so you can talk to him. You can talk to him when you're not around people. And second of all, you could lay out some boundaries, be like, hey, when there's people around, I can't talk to you. So, yeah, you're gonna have to entertain yourself, if that makes sense, you know? You don't have to be all rude about it. Just be like, just tell him. Just tell him. It's not that hard. Communication, guys. Communication.
We're on campus. I haven't seen anyone for so long.
Not we. I am. Shut your mouth. Okay, dinner won't pass.
gonna kill me.
I'll have to go back.
Kebab! You're alive!
Kebab! It sounds so mean, but at the same time, it's his name. It sounds like either a really crappy nickname or she's purposely trying to insult him, but she's not. That's just his name.
Hello from the other side.
When did you get out of the hospital?
I thought you were done for.
No biggie.
Why is there furry? Why is there just a furry in class? I mean, whatever. I mean, I have cat ears. Still, my guy, I don't know if that's really school appropriate. You know, time and place and all that.
What's with the Band-Aid?
And why is there this D&D, like, goblin elf guy over here with an eye patch and scar? What is this class? Is this the class for just randos? This is the randos class, the D&D campaign class? Can I have a D&D campaign class? Can I go to D&D college, please? I'd love to go to D&D college. Can I please go?
Shaving accident.
Can't believe you survived.
It's great that Anthony was nearby.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's a real hero, man.
Why are you so insecure? Oh my gosh, are you so insecure that people praising your savior, the guy who saved your life, they say, oh man, he's such a cool guy for saving your life. You feel insecure about that? Are you that insecure that you can't even let people praise your savior? My guy, you need to go to therapy more than the ghost. I think you both need couple counseling. No, you guys aren't even a couple yet. You guys need to just go to counseling in general, therapy, both of you, individually, not as a couple, because you don't even deserve each other as a couple yet.
Okay, how about we hit the bar after? Drinks on me.
A bar? We're talking about Anthony.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, that was a little bit mean, but simultaneously, I wouldn't want to go to a bar with this guy either.
What a guy. If it wasn't for him, who knows?
A notebook?
Well, yeah, notebook.
Notebook?
Really?
We found it.
The notebook was 4 years of lectures.
3 majors.
Okay, for a second there, I thought when she said notebook, she was like, wow, you're really taking notes in the middle of class? But no, apparently this is a special notebook that everyone knows about. That makes way more sense.
Out of
Comments
4.
and slip up with the teacher's comments and slip up.
Hey, I need that. Give it back.
These guys are such jerks. This guy just got out of the hospital. He comes back with a notebook, and everyone's trying to steal his notebook. I think this entire class, or this entire world, is just full of jerks.
Ouch!
Dude, what's wrong?
Ouch! I don't know. Stop them, please.
The animation here is a little wonky, but it's so charming. I can't fault it for not being perfect. Of course it's not going to be perfect. Not every animation is. I just like animation regardless if it's the perfect crisp quality of, you know, what we're used to. But this animation is just charming in its character design and how everyone reacts. Like, this time, this guy finally just didn't talk back. He just nodded. He was like, oh, my dude is in trouble. I'm gonna help. He didn't even know what he was doing or anything or what was happening, but he just helped. Finally, he's getting a tiny bit of a sliver of redemption. A sliver literally does not make up for anything, but I mean, at least my guy did something. At least he did something for once.
Silence! I said silence! Take your seats, make it quick, people. Eyes off your phones and on your books. Quit your whining and start walking to my desk in alphabetical order now.
Alphabetical order? Seriously? I remember in kindergarten or like first grade in elementary school, they would make us line up by alphabetical order. But like, how do you do that? I would have to know the names of like all of my classmates. In order to do that, you have to memorize the name of the person in front of you, behind you, the person 2 people ahead of you, and the person 2 people behind you. Because if one of those people is absent, you need to know the next person in line. But it's so annoying. I hated it so much, and I was so thankful when we started lining up just regularly, and they didn't make you line up by alphabetical order, because that was just crazy for kindergarteners. This is way too in-depth of a tangent for what this is.
I see I'm in demand today. What? I don't remember writing this.
Ooh, what is this? The list. Oh, go back. What's the list? I want to see the list.
What? I don't remember.
The list. His classmate. Cheat on exam. Smoke a cigarette. Spin the bottle. Back home. I guess go back home. Feeling free. Barbecue with friends. Find yourself. Finding yourself and feeling free, those are both so obscure. What the heck? How are you supposed to accomplish any of that? How do you know when you find yourself? Just because you're being yourself doesn't mean you find yourself. How do you know who your true self is? How do you know that your true self isn't locked deeper? Or how do you know the self that you are you is the better you? Like Mr. Jerkface, maybe that is his true self. Maybe he's just a jerk. But is that really what you want? But like at the same time, if it is your true self, I guess what I'm saying is, if your true self was a jerk, would you want to be your true self? Alright, I can stop myself there before I go into crisis mode. Use student discount, something student ID, lecture, retake, ratio,
Writing this.
ration.
Side B. 1A.
You're drawing on your exam. After all of that talk, saying, oh, you screwed me over. I'm going to fail this exam. Instead of actually trying to do the exam, you're drawing on the paper after insulting my boy? You insulted my boy only to sabotage yourself by drawing during the exam? Oh my goodness. This guy, he is going to make me furious. Please, 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 by the next episode, have a redemption arc. Please, crossing my fingers, have a redemption arc, or I'm going to hate you for the rest of the series, and I don't want to. I don't want to hate you. I want to be able to ship you with Ghost Guy, because I just can't help myself but ship. But I really want to, but you're not letting me.
2C. 3B.
Keep it down.
Write it down. 4A.
This guy is so dumb. He's giving you the answers, but you're not understanding.
B. 6C.
Ooh, that's weird that it automatically crossed itself out. Because does that mean, I guess that means that the journal itself is sentient. Or maybe not sentient, but it has a mind of its own, the journal itself.
7C.
Alright, thank you, I guess. For real.
You were this close, my guy, and then you added the I guess? You added that in. You didn't have to add that in. Why'd you add that in?
Maybe you're not so useless.
For real
after
this
all.
time. For real this time, I guess. This guy, he is... Ooh, he's rubbing me the wrong way, guys. He's rubbing me the wrong way.
So, you're tied to this notebook, not the room.
No one's taken it out of the room before, and I can't touch it, so please be careful.
Oh, so
like
you
a
are.
balloon on a string. Please be careful.
I wonder how far the distance is between him and the journal. Because that was not very far. That was only like 5 feet, and he was thrown across the room. So is he literally tied by like 2-3 feet away from this book? Like, what is the distance? I want to know. It would make more sense if it was like 10-20 feet away, but being that it's only like 2 or 3 feet away, that's going to be like a headache for not just the people, but even just for the story, I guess. It would be a headache.
So, the notes are useless.
No lecture notes are there now, but there's a list.
What? Like a shopping list?
No, listen, it's important.
What if I destroy it? If I, like...
What if I destroy it? My guy, when the class was tearing up the notebook, my ghost buddy was in pain. Do not destroy that notebook. Do not destroy it. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Destroying the notebook, destroy the ghost. Are you following along with me? Okay, maybe that's not the case. I don't know everything. I don't know exactly how the notebook works. But if we're being consistent, tearing the pages hurts the ghost. Destroying the notebook, well, I have a feeling it's going to do a little bit more than just hurt.
eat it or something.
I don't know. Let's not attempt it. So, the checklist. The checklist has...
Come on, checklist.
Alright, that's the end. That was pretty good. It wasn't as good as I remember. I think mostly because Mr. Kebab is way more of a jerk than I remember. For some reason, I just remember it not being that bad. I was like, oh, there's the ghost and the guy, and yay, they're friends. But no, I do not remember him being a jerk. He's a complete jerk, and I think that's what takes it down a point, is because of how much of a jerk he is. Now, I'm sure they're going to redeem him in the future episodes, but that's pretty much the only negative thing I have to say. I mean, here and there, the animation's janky. Of course it is. It's not perfect. Like I said, it's not like high budget, value quality animation. But the story is good. The animation is decent. The characters, I like them. I mean, he's a jerk, but at the same time, he has that strong personality. I can at least get a grip of how they act and how they would respond to things. You know, that's kind of the point. Is just to introduce the personalities, not necessarily the entire character. I'm sure there's way more to his character than just jerk, and I'm sure the ghost has way more character than just ghost, you know? If I had to rate this animation compared to other animations, it would be slightly lower than your average animation just because the budget isn't there. If this animation had the budget, it would definitely be at least on equal ground with a lot of the other animations that I watch. But it doesn't matter the budget, because I like animation regardless. It's mostly to do with the story and the characters. 90% of what I like is story and character. The animation, of course, is a huge part of it. You know, making it feel real, making you feel immersed. But at the same time, I can still appreciate it, even if the animation is a little janky here and there. But I already turned this 10-minute video into a 40-minute recording, so I'm going to end it here. If you guys like, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.